Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Akash Talks. 100% raw, 100% pure, and 100% from the heart. My name is Akash and I am your host. Well, if you're here for the first time, first of all, thank you and welcome. So, let me give you a brief of what this show will present to you. Well, I share my views, I share my reviews, I share my travel stories. To sum it all up and put it in one sentence, I share a part of my life with you. That's deep and I love doing it. So, welcome back again, and let's quickly dive into today's topic, that is vlogging. Yes, I am a vlogger if you don't already know, and I have a YouTube channel as well. The description to which is in the show notes. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go and check it out right now. So let me tell you the story, like I always do in all the episodes. So this is how the story goes. Vlogging, to start off, I love vlogging. It's been a hobby and a passion, and I love doing it long before I started my YouTube channel. This was from my childhood, I guess. I get it from my dad. Might be. I don't know, I'm not sure, because my dad is still into a lot of photography and videography and stuff. And what I like to do is basically I like to capture moments and later cherish them so that they stay with you whenever you want to see them and cherish them. So that's what I love. And how did I start vlogging first of all? So, like I told, from the very beginning of childhood, that I gained, like this consciousness of being lively, that after a certain part of childhood. So I'd like to, take pictures, store them, take videos, watch them when I'm bored, and do all sort of stuff. So vlogging was never a dish on my plate. Or I used to watch a lot of vlogs in the past few years, but I never thought that I would vlog, because that I never gave a thought to it. Then a very close friend of mine one day, on a random talk, comes and she tells me this. So you take a lot of videos and you take a lot of photos, and what do you do with them? I'm like, I don't know. I just cherish them. Then she goes, why don't you like take a bits of it and show your life to people? Because you're very good at it and you're gonna enjoy it as well. Then I'm like, she's actually making sense. Whatever she tells is actually true. And the next day, I picked up my camera and made a vlog. And hopefully, the journey continues, and that's how it goes. So, I have been vlogging for the past 4.5 to 5 months now. It became a hobby starting from lockdown, as I told, because that's when you give a thought to a lot of ideas, and such talks that I told came up. So, yeah, I've been vlogging for the past 4.5 to 5 months. I do it as a hobby. I don't expect anything from it. I just love doing it, and I enjoy the whole process, from videographing to editing to rendering and then uploading. So, I love doing it. That's my vlogging journey until now. I have vlogged for around roughly 4.5 to 5 months, and I have gained uh, somewhere around 170 to 180 odd subscribers for now. So if you haven't subscribed to it, go check out the channel in the show notes and give a subscribe. So I make videos on my life, basically. If you call that lifestyle vlogging, yeah, that I make motor vlogs, because riding is again another passion of mine. I am a man with various hobbies and passions, and I like to show all of them to all my viewers. So I do motor vlogs. I share my reviews on various things, from motorcycles, cars to shoes, watches, and lots of stuff. I do a little how to's as well, tech hacks, because I'm an engineer, technical guy, and certain hacks will be useful for everyone. Oh my god. Yeah, so I like to keep the podcast in this way, a very informal way, because I don't like things very formal. Because when I start listening to certain things, I expect it to be in an informal tone. So, welcome to Akash Talks. So, yeah, So, talking about the topic for today's podcast, that is vlogging, daily vlogging for 7 days in a row. I took up this challenge just to, know about how these daily vloggers, make videos, render them, edit them, upload them in a single day, and they do it constantly for several days. Let me tell you why I took up this challenge. So during the lockdown, I started to watch a wide number of vlogs. So most of them happen to be daily vloggers, and I actually enjoyed watching the content on their channel because they used to share their entire day. I mean, edited becomes bits from morning to evening or night, whatever you want to take it, and they made a nice story out of it and presented to it, so that you seem to be in their life, which is very thrilling. And I loved watching those videos. I was somewhere around, yeah, I was making videos back then, but when I started watching those, I still used to make videos on certain topics. I didn't actually start a lifestyle vlogging like daily vlogging style. I made one or two videos similar to those, but I used to make, like I told, on certain topics like I already knew, some say for example a motor vlog, or a tech hack or something like that. So I thought this is very interesting and I should give it a try. Now, what was in my mind back when I took up this challenge was, this is gonna be very easy. Just do what you do, but all you need to do extra is hold a camera in your hand, and at the end of the day, reserve an hour or two to cut out the unwanted parts or the reserved parts and make a nice story and put it out. It sounds very easy, but it actually isn't. I put it in quotes, it is not easy daily vlogging. Yes, it is not impossible because, hey, I did it, so anyone can do it. I did it for 7 days straight. I shot the video, I edited it, I rendered it, and I uploaded on the same day. So it is possible, but it becomes difficult. Now, why is it difficult if it isn't impossible? That's a very interesting question. So, when you make a video on a certain topic, you'll have something in mind that you can, narrate to, or what to do in that video. Are you getting me? Are you catching the point? Suppose, say for example, I make a motor vlog and I know the route that I'm going from here to here. I know where I should shoot bits. I know what I can get that idea of shooting a creative bit somewhere, where I place the camera down on the road, I ride my bike, I stop it and, make it a cinematic style of shot. And then I talk a bit about my bike. Then I talk about a bit of the fuel consumption, the fueling in and all that process. You get that idea. But in daily vlogging, what happens is you have no idea. So basically, until the end of the day where you sit for editing, you don't know whether you can actually make a story of your day or you can't. Frankly speaking, I say that my vlogs are very informal, but at the end of the day, when you want someone to watch it, there should be a certain thing that, connects with your viewers. Connectivity, as everyone calls it, that you should have. Simply, you can't just put random clips out of nowhere without connectivity between them and expect your viewers to enjoy the videos, because at the end of the day, when you're taking so much effort, you would love that someone watching your video enjoyed it. Am I right? Yes, I am. Okay, so that is what the difficult point is, making the story. And for me at least, daily vlogging should not be scripted, because certain vlogs that I told you I was watching, who produced daily content, certain number of them were very authentic, like that they have not planned their day and they're just going with the flow. But few, I think it looks very scripted, or I might be wrong, it might not be scripted, but for me at least it looks scripted. Obviously I won't take the names or anything. So because generally out of nowhere you just can't go and buy a car one day and go on a trip suddenly to a different continent the next day after buying a car, something like that. That at least to me looks very scripted, and you don't get to enjoy. Yeah, you enjoy travel stories and stuff, but when it is treated as daily vlogging, no, that sounds scripted to me. So that is the intro to daily vlogging. And if you're still not aware of what daily vlogging is, let me come back again. You share your day or it's and bits of your day with your viewers. So that is daily vlogging in quotes. Now, next question comes up. What do you vlog with in a daily vlogging? You can vlog with anything. I tell this to a lot of people. If you want to start vlogging, start off with whatever you have with you right now. It need not be any complex DSLR. It sounds as cliche, but it is true. Till date, I still vlog with my phone most of the times. Yes, I do use action camera or a DSLR for certain footage, but again, the more number of equipment that you add, the task going on getting difficult and difficult. So I vlogged with my phone for the entire 7-day period. Now, why do I call it a challenge? Because there's a challenge that I'm putting to myself to see whether I can sustain 7 days straight vlogging my life, editing, sharing its and bits of it with my viewers. In quotes, I succeeded. Yes, I won the challenge. I was able to do it. Let me share you my experience starting from the day 1 till day 7. Now, when I started off, why did I start off this week? Because the weekend was a festival. It was Diwali, the Indian festival, if you're listening from the other country. So it was Diwali, the weekend. Diwali is called the festival of lights. So I thought I can get 2 days of content for sure, because Diwali is where people burst crackers, light diyas at their houses, do puja and all that stuff. So I thought this is gonna be easy. The weekend, because the weekend is planned, like it's that you're gonna get content, something at least interesting. And next thing was to manage for the first 5 days. Now I didn't want to plan anything. I wanted to go with the flow, because I keep and tell that everything should be raw and should not be scripted. So first day goes something like this. I was very excited the first day. So I got up. I was, because along with vlogging, I have other stuff to do, work and stuff. So I managed the first day, and I used to close my vlog around 6 p.m. 18 in the 24-hour format, 6 p.m. And then I take very less time in editing process, because I keep most of my videos raw. So what do I do in editing is basically cut out the unwanted parts, add a bit of animations here and there, put that slide in animations, slide out animations, up the voice a little bit, then a bit of color transitions if required, not all the time, and I render it. So that is what my editing process was for the daily vlogging that I did. So I closed by 6 p.m. and edited by 7:15 to 7:30. Yes, I take very less time, and then uploaded it by 8:39 in the night. First day is done. I'm like, 1 day of challenge is done. Technically, in my mind, 3 days of challenge is done. Why? Because the weekend was planned, something was coming up, and I know that good content was gonna come up. Second day, the same thing. Third day, the same thing. Fourth day, the same thing. Fifth day, the same thing. And the weekend, just for the sake of doing a video, I wanted to go and buy crackers. As funny and as foolish as it sounds, I had a thought come up in mind because of this. Because when you are just starting a YouTube channel and when you want to show your viewers something, you end up getting these thoughts. And during Diwali, at least from past 6 to 7 years, I have this tradition of leaving lanterns or lighting the lanterns, whatever you want to call it. I'm not pretty sure of what you call it. Basically, I light a lantern, sky lanterns. So I'm like, I'm gonna take my vlog from me buying the sky lanterns and a few sparklers, and then through the process, I show my family tradition making sweets for the festival and different sweets, how the festival goes and by, and those 2 days were managed. So technically, those 2 days were done in my mind, and I went on and managed for 5 days. Now, what is my conclusion about daily vlogging? Frankly speaking, after doing it for 7 days, here are my thoughts. You can do it. It's not like it's impossible or anything, because it is, technically speaking, easier than to do a scripted vlog or a vlog on a particular topic, because you can go with your own flow and you don't have any restraints on you or something stopping you. So it's not like you need to only talk about certain topic or you can't deviate. You can take up anything in the world that is going on with you in that particular day and share it with your viewers. And where did it become difficult? Now, I am a person who likes to keep it very informal, and at the same time, I think to myself, well, if I wanted to watch a video and if this was the video, would I watch it? That's where it becomes difficult, right? Because forming a story with whatever clips you have is the most difficult story, and when you have extraordinary skills, it might become easier, but then it is the difficult task, because putting everything into a nice 8 to 10 minutes vlog and not repeating the same thing the next day, because your viewers will get bored if they watch the same thing. You don't want to watch something that you already watched, and if you're doing routine work every day, that becomes boring, right? So you got to do something new every day so that your viewers are interested, but you can't do that because you're keeping it raw. That is where the difficult part lies. So what in my mind was, before starting this challenge, right, that if I reach that point where I end up being very busy and I had to do this challenge, I would end up in cooking something the other day or talking about certain topic in the other day, mixing it up, so that you're actually taking through the day, but somewhere or other you're pushing something into the vlog to make it more interesting. So that was the whole process, and to conclude it, I actually succeeded in vlogging for 7 days straight. For me, if you ask which was easier, daily vlogging or vlogging on a particular topic, I still say daily vlogging is much easier compared to a vlog made on a particular topic or a travel story or a review for that matter. Why? Again, you need to take into consideration a lot of things when you're making a video on a particular topic, but when you have nothing on your poster and your canvas is empty, you can put in whatever you want. You can put in a bit of pastels, you can put in a bit of pencil sketches, and make it entirely colorful. Now, how do you make it colorful? That is left to your creativity and your mindsets, but then it becomes much easier, because whatever comes to your mind, you can just put it right there, and that is when you feel that it is right. So that was my daily vlogging story. Coming to the follow back question of, will I do it again? Yes, I am actually planning to do daily vlogging, but because of work pressure, because I am an engineer and I've just graduated, so I have this intense work pressure, starting work pressure, that I need to overcome to balance my schedule a bit, and then I'll get back to daily vlogging. I will do it anytime, any day, because I just love doing it. So that was my daily vlogging 7-day challenge. I know my conversation sometime, or my conversation with you, that is, just deviates a slight track, like you're going on 80 km/h track, and slightly I come back to 40, take you to 60, come back to 20, again take you to 80 km/h track. That is because I have still not finished the 25 episodes mark to completely take off my nervousness. So that is why this bit of deviation and the nervousness in my voice, which I'm sure is gonna fade away very, very soon. So, that was the topic for today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one. Hope you like this episode. All the descriptions that I talked about in the show notes. Go give it a check, give it a review, and we'll meet virtually, of course, in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe.